Hi guys, welcome back to Really The Heart. We don come again with another update about the things wey dey go on for our country. And my people, abeg, if you never subscribe to this channel, subscribe make you for dey get our updates. Subscription na free. I first talk am say dis Senator Natasha and fortunate Senate President Akpabio matter don wear panta brazer. Akpabio go learn in hard way. E go know say matter dey pass matter and case dey pass case. If e first dey harass women, dis one go make am change, and dis will be the last e go try such with other women, because Senator Natasha ready to fight with her last blood. She not ready to back up for this matter at all. My people, as you all know, Senator Natasha don carry this matter enter outside country, don involve other government for this matter, make dem help her fight justice. And a lot of Nigeria is happy about this bold step.
Our colleague from Nigeria, Senator Natasha, and because all of us heard what she said, and it only serves us better if I put a word in what she has said. So I would like to say we have heard her concerns, and having heard her, it would have been an opportunity for all of us to understand more about what she has said. But because we listened only on her side, as an institution, as IPU, we will be taking the concerns that have been raised, not only taking her side, but also giving a chance to listen to the other side, as it is a custom for IPU. And after having listened to the other side, we will take steps as necessary. So I thought it was necessary for us to say a word about it and then be able to take it further. Excuse me? I'm still getting there. Thank you. So I thought I should let you members, before we think because she said something different from what the contributions were. So we have taken care of, we have taken the concerns that she raised, and we will be working on them, of course, having listened to the other side, and we will be able to take steps after that. I also recognize the fact that our Nigerian delegate who is here had requested the floor, Honorable Kafilat, but because of time, she wasn't given a chance to speak. But, like I said, we have heard the concerns that have been raised by Senator Natasha, but at the same time, we have taken cognizance of the fact that you would have wished to address us, but time wasn't enough to give you a chance to do that. And that said, IPU will be taking this matter as we usually do when such concerns are raised in meetings like this. So I thought members shouldn't go back home and feel like, yeah, Senator Natasha raised an...
The breaking news now reaching my headquarters is that the suspended Senator Natasha Akpabio, who was previously given 6-month suspension by the Nigerian Senate, has further taken her case to IPU, Interparliamentary Union meeting that took place in New York, all the way in the United States of America. This one strong, from all indications. It be like say this senator go soon end Senator Akpabio political career. Because, make una listen first. And like I said earlier, this news is already on American CBS News. It's already on Al Jazeera. It's already on, BBC. And I can tell you, it is not a good sight for Senator Prevail Akpabio. And it's also not a good sight for the Nigerian Senate. The Senate ought to have handled this matter meticulously to avoid this explosion. And subsequently, Natasha herself decided to take it to Interparliamentary, Union meeting. Many of you may not know what this means. And for the records, for those of you who do not know, Interparliamentary Union is an international organization of national parliaments. It's an organization whose primary objectives focuses on promoting good governance, promoting democratic governance and accountability. They also support and advocate for women inclusion in politics. They advocate for women inclusion in politics through other initiatives like advancing gender parity among legislatures also encouraging, youth participation in politics as well as sustainable development. They have their head office in Geneva, in Switzerland. So previously, they had their section in the United States of America. So when they had, the women's section in Parliament, Senator Natasha seized the opportunity to table her matter, her problem, her case, to the Interparliamentary Union meeting, stating in clear terms that she demands to get justice. She's asking the members of the parliament to come in to ensure that she gets justice. In conclusion, she stated in clear terms that she's also afraid that the powers and the forces that be in Nigeria may try to stop her or, victimize her for speaking up in this Interparliamentary Union meeting in New York City, all the way in the United States of America. Well, her fears are well registered and well recognized, owing to the type of governance we operate in Nigeria. While I may not totally, while I will personally admit that I never wish that this matter will take this turn, that will get to this level, it is also going to be a bitter lesson, for our honorable members in Nigeria, not to act too fast with issues, sensitive issues like this. I sincerely believe that if the Senate had plans to suspend Senator Natasha for a different offense, they would have, calmed down the moment she presented that petition of sexual harassment to the Red Chamber. They would have calmed down with that suspension and treat the issues of the sexual harassment, conclude it, and then come back to give her suspension. It would have not allowed all this dust to keep rising to this very height, because I can tell you, if this IPU comes into this matter, I don't know eventually what will become of, Senator Prevail Akpabio. You may begin to see sanctions, from different parts of the world, sanctions on Akpabio and all of that. If he's found guilty, if Akpabio is finally found guilty. So this will be a bitter lesson to the honorable members in Nigeria. When sensitive matters like this arises, give it preference, treat it with utmost, carefulness. Like I said in my first video, I never expected the Senate to act in this defiance, even when the court of law also told them not to suspend, Senator Natasha. They went ahead to suspend her. Now cases are coming up. A lot of people are already afraid, saying that Senator Natasha might not be recalled back to the Senate. People are making this insinuation owing to the type of governance we operate. Like I've always said, when you have a problem with the custodians of the law in Nigeria, that is when you will know that law is working, that Nigeria actually has a law. So there are possibilities of conspiracy, and when this conspiracy teams up against this honorable member, she may not be recalled back, like people are already speculating. But I sincerely hope that at the end of the day, that justice is served appropriately, that this will be a learning process for all of us in Nigeria, not only the honorable members, but
I come with a heavy heart from Nigeria, but first I'd like to apologize to Honorable Kafila Obara. I am not here to bring shame to our country. I'm here to seek help for the women of Nigeria. Again, my name is Senator Natasha Akpabio. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Prevail Akpabio. I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself, and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges on Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months, amongst many other stringent conditions, such as taking away my security, taking away all the officials, vehicles, and other items that were handed over to me as a senator. My salaries will be cut off. I must not appear anywhere near the National Assembly. And for 6 months, I'm not to introduce myself or present myself as a senator locally in Nigeria or internationally, that means I'm here illegally, but I have no other place to go but to come here and speak to you women, because this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. It depicts the crisis of women political representation. My suspension is not just about me. It's about the systemic exclusion of women from political leadership in Nigeria. Women make up 3.6% of political offices, and in the Senate, it's just 2.8. We have 109 men, and only 4 of us are women. So right now, it's 108 with only 3 women. This is a clear case of political victimization, punishment for speaking out against impunity, corruption, and gender-based violence. The United Nations Declaration 48/104 declares sexual harassment as a form of gender violence. The Senate's actions are an assault on democracy. I was elected by my constituents to represent them, yet a few powerful men have unilaterally decided to silence their voices by suspending me for 6 months. My call for an open and transparent investigation into harassment allegations have been met with hostility instead of accountability. If a female senator can be treated this way in the full view of the world, imagine what ordinary Nigerian women will go through every day in workplaces, in universities,